So guys, welcome to the YouTube channel, the channel teacher. So now the exercise we are going to have now is the ESAME Ministeriale number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. All the exercises are with explanation of every question in English and Italian language for perfect understanding. Now, my advice is join the class so that you can learn in a short period of time and pass your exams. God bless you. Enjoy the studies. Raffigurato patente B. Let's proceed with the questions. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato invita, in caso di pioggia, ad aumentare la distanza di sicurezza. It says, the supplementary panel shown invite us to increase the safety distance in case of rain. And the answer is vero. Why? Because this panel in the first place indicate that it normally rains on this road or in this area. Now, whenever it rains, the road becomes slippery. So, if the road becomes slippery, it means the vehicle will lose control on the road. And by losing control, it can get itself involved in an accident. So that's why the number 1, the answer is absolutely vero. Let's proceed. Il segnale raffigurato è posto in corrispondenza della fine delle corsie riservate ai pedoni e alle biciclette. It says, this sign is placed at the end of the lanes reserved for pedestrians and bicycles. The answer is falso, because this sign is positioned at the beginning of the lane reserved for pedestrians and bicycles. That is why the answer is falso, because they use the word at the end, a fine. Okay, that's why the answer is falso. Very good. Number 3. I delineatori raffigurati dividono la carreggiata in corsie. It says, this sign divide the roadway into lanes. And the answer is falso, because these two signs are being positioned on the left and on the right side of the carreggiata. That is why the answer is falso. And these signs are also used for a carreggiata, which is of a double sense of circulation. Very good. So the answer is falso. Number 4. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo B transita prima del veicolo O e dopo i veicoli L e H. It says, according to the rules of precedence at the intersection shown in the figure, vehicle B passes before vehicle O and after vehicles L and H. Now, the answer of this question is vero. Why is it vero? It is vero because the vehicle O and the red, which is the B, they have dare precedenza, which is the triangle red. So they have to wait. So The first two vehicles crossing the intersection will be the blue and the yellow, which is the L and the H. Okay, so the L and the H will go together at the same time. Then the third vehicle will be the B, and lastly, the green car, which is the O. Okay, so therefore, the answer is vero. Number 5. Il segnale raffigurato può avere il disco rosso sostituito da una luce rossa lampeggiante. And the answer is falso. Why? It says, this sign may have the red disc replaced by a flashing red light. The answer is falso because the only light that can be replaced is the yellow. And the yellow would be flashing. So the 5, that is why the answer is falso. Very good. Like the video, join the class with Marwin, the teacher. Let's proceed. 6. La revoca della patente può essere disposta quando il conducente guida un veicolo intestato ad altra persona senza avere apposita dichiarazione scritta. Number 6, it says, the revocation of the license can be ordered when the driver drives a vehicle registered to another person without having a specific written declaration. So the 6, the answer is falso. Why? Because when you are driving somebody else's vehicle, by law, they are not supposed to, and they cannot revoke your driving license because that is not part of the rules that when you break them, they revoke your driving license. Okay? So the answer is falso because if you drive somebody else's vehicle, they are not allowed to revoke your driving license. So the 6 is falso. 7. Per parcheggiare in una zona regolamentata mediante disco orario, bisogna indicare sul disco l'orario di fine della sosta, oppure trascriverlo su un foglio di carta. It says to park regulated by time disc, you must indicate the end time of parking on the disc or write it down on a sheet of paper. The answer is falso because when you park in a zone regulated by time disc, which is mediante disco orario, you don't have to indicate on the disco orario the time that you finish parking there. What you have to indicate is the time that you started parking there. Okay, so that's what makes the answer of the 7 falso. 8. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di divieto. Very simple question, and the answer is vero. It says this is a sign of prohibition. The answer is vero because this is exactly a sign of prohibition which says do not go more than 80 kilometers per hour on this road. Very good. Now, number 9. Per le luci di posizione è possibile utilizzare lampade di qualsiasi colore. The 9 is false, of course. It says, for the position light of the vehicle, you can use lights or lamps of any color. The answer is falso because the position's light is red. So that is why the 9 is falso. Very good. Number 10. Non è obbligatorio soccorrere un ferito della strada per non mettere a repentaglio la propria sicurezza. And the 10 is false. So it says, it is not mandatory to help a road casualty or somebody who is involved in an accident so as not to put your own safety at risk. The 10 is false because by law we are under obligation to help anyone that is hurt or involved in an accident on the road. So the 10 is false for that reason. 11. Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli bisogna controllare spesso la frizione e il differenziale. False, of course. It says, to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, the clutch and the differential should be checked frequently. It is false because the clutch does not pollute. It is the smoke coming out from the exhaust pipe tube, depending on the condition of the oil, or the marmita catalytica, which is the muffler. So when these things are deteriorated or spoiled, that is when the vehicle begins to pollute. So the 11 is false. Like the video and give us a comment. So, Mr. Peter Isioma, how are you doing? Fred Gabriel, how are you doing? Love it. How are you also doing? Do you hear me? If you hear me, write yes, yes, yes in the comment section. Also, if you are learning something, write yes, yes, yes. Let me know you are learning something. Fatima Mohammed. Fatima, how are you doing? Fatima, is everything okay? Kweku say, I'm glad to see you. I believe you are all learning something. Now, what you are watching is the ESAME Ministeriale. Okay? It's just the ESAME Ministeriale for us to do an ordinary exercise because you could meet any one of these at the exams. Okay? This is not the topic. This is the mixed exercise. Okay? So I believe you are all learning something. What I want you to do is not just to participate, but I want you to listen to the explanations. If the explanations were not important, I will not waste my time in explaining and in making research to make sure of what I say as explanation. Okay? Because I know that if you get the explanation right, nothing can stop you. You'll be invincible. Yeah, you'll be invincible. So make sure, please, you are listening to the explanations. Why the answer is Vero? why the answer is false. So, today is Saturday morning. I can do any other thing, but I just want to help somebody out. I need you to get your patente fast. You have been here for so long. Even if you have been here for just 3 weeks, you have been here for too long. Okay? So let's proceed with the teaching. Make sure you like it. And also, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. Let's proceed with the teaching. Okay, Fatima, I believe you are doing good. Diana Boateng. Diana, how are you doing? Send me a message on WhatsApp, Diana. Okay, let's proceed. 12. Conducente ha l'obbligo di controllare che il veicolo che lo segue rispetti la distanza di sicurezza. It says the driver is under obligation to check that the vehicle following him respects the safety distance. The 12 is false because it is not my obligation to check whether the vehicle behind me is following or obeying the safety distance. So the 12 is false because my responsibility, one of my responsibility when I am driving is to check if I am keeping the safety distance of the vehicle ahead of me. Very good. Number 13. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una zona riservata ai veicoli dell'aeronautica militare. It says this sign announces an area reserved for Air Force vehicles. And the 13 is false because this sign is not the area reserved for Air Force vehicles, but it only alerts us that we are getting close to airport or areas whereby planes fly at a very low altitude. So what is the danger? The danger is we have to hold our steer well because of the strong wind, and we also have to close our windows because of what? Because of the noise. So 13 is falso. 14. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito ai autotreni di massa superiore a 3,5 tonnellate non adibiti al trasporto di persone. 14. The answer is false, of course. It says, in the presence of this sign, transit is permitted for articulated lorries with a weight exceeding 3.5 tons, not used for the transport of people. And the answer is false. Why? Because this sign prohibits the transit of vehicles that are heavier than 3.5 tons and that also are not used for the transport of people, but actually are used for the transport of material things. So that is why the 14 is false. 15. Il limite massimo di velocità per un autoveicolo fino a 3,5 tonnellate nei centri abitati è di 40 km orari. The answer is false, of course. It says the maximum speed limit for a vehicle heavy which weight is up to 3.5 tons in the city is 40 kilometers per hour. The answer is false because the speed limit in the city for every vehicle which weight is up to 3.5 tons, the high speed limit in the city is 50 kilometers per hour. So the 15 is false for that specific reason. Very good. 16. Il segnale raffigurato comporta di dare la precedenza ai veicoli che circolano sulla strada che si incrocia. And the 16 is absolutely vero. It says the sign shown requires us to give priority to vehicles traveling in the intersection or transiting in the intersecting road. So the 16 is vero because this sign simply means dare precedenza, means we have to give precedence to the vehicles that are on the main road. So we have to wait, especially if the road that we are about to enter is already busy, meaning there are vehicles already circulating in that road. So the 16, the answer is vero. Now I want to ask a question. Is this sign part of segnale di prescrizione? If you agree that it is part of prescrizione, write yes. I'm asking a question. Is this sign part of segnale di prescrizione? If you agree that it is part of prescrizione, write yes in the comment section before we move forward. Okay, Kwekuo says vero, yes. Okay, who else? Fatima says yes. Lovett says yes. Fred says yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's proceed with the exercise. Nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il veicolo N può concludere la manovra di svolta a sinistra dopo il transito dei veicoli R e A. Now, the 17, of course, the right answer is vero. It says, at this intersection, vehicle N can complete the left turn maneuver after vehicles R and A have passed. The answer is vero. Why? Because in this intersection, the vehicle N will come and stand in the middle because the right side is occupied by the blue car. So the black will move and stand in the middle. Then the red will go. Second vehicle crossing will be the A, which is the blue. And lastly, the black that was standing in the middle will finish crossing the intersection. So the 17 is absolutely vero for that reason. Number 18. Quando il vigile si dispone con le braccia aperte verso la nostra direzione, come in figura, non si può attraversare l'incrocio. And the 18, of course, the answer is vero. It says, when the traffic officer stands with his arms open towards us, we cannot cross the intersection. The answer is absolutely vero. Why? Just as I taught in the theory, when the vigilante stands with the arms open towards us, it is red of the traffic light for the vehicles that are facing or that are coming in front of the vigile, and it is also red of the traffic light for the vehicles that are coming from behind or at the back of the vigile. Meanwhile, it is green of the traffic light for the vehicles that are standing on the left and the right side of the vigile. So the 18 is vero. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato indica l'inizio della circolazione per file parallele. And the 19 is, of course, falso. It says, this sign indicates the start of a parallel traffic lane or traffic road. And the 19 is falso because this sign only alerts us of direzioni consentiti, which is possible directions, either on the left or on the right side. So 19 is falso. Very good. 20. Il segnale raffigurato è impiegato su strade che godono del diritto di precedenza. And the 20 is absolutely falso. Why? It says this sign is used on a road that has the right of way. 20 is falso. Why? Because this sign simply means we have to give way. We have to give precedence to the other vehicles. That is why the answer is falso. L'uso delle cinture di sicurezza consente il trasporto di bambini sui sedili anteriori in braccio a un adulto senza pericoli. 21 is falso. It says the use of seat belt allows children to be transported in the front seat on the lap of an adult without any danger. 21 is falso because the use of the seat belt does not allow anyone to put the kids on their lap on the front seat, and there will not be any danger. So by law, it is not even allowed to put any kid on your lap when the vehicle is moving, especially because they have restraint systems for the kids, for them to sit when they are being transported in vehicles, which are the seat of the vehicle, of the children in the vehicles. So those seats must be used for the safety of the kids. So 21 is falso. 22. Le polizze assicurative contro il rischio di incendio del veicolo coprono normalmente solo i danni causati da incendi dolosi, intenzionali, e non quelli provocati da incendi accidentali casuali. 22 is false, of course. It says vehicle fire insurance policies normally only cover damage caused by malicious, intentional fires and not by accidental, that is casual fire. And the 22, the answer is falso. Why? Because the insurance policy covers any type of fire that burns a vehicle, whether it is intentional or it is not intentional. Okay? As long as you have that policy, it will cover the damage. So 22 is falso. Very good. 23. Il segnale raffigurato è posto dietro ai veicoli per indicarne la nazionalità. 23 is of course falso. It says this sign is placed behind vehicles to indicate their nationality. 23 is falso because these signs are not positioned at the back of any vehicle, because these are signs positioned on the road, signifying remaining 1 kilometer before we enter into France. The stars represent, it means France is part of the European Union. So that is why the 23, the answer is falso. Il passaggio a livello è caratterizzato dalla presenza di un attraversamento autostradale. It says the crossing of a train line is characterized by the presence of a motorway crossing. So you see that the number 24, the answer is absolutely false. Why? Because what the question is saying is that the crossing of the train line is actually part of or in the or on the motorway road. So 24 is false because the crossing of the train line is not on the motorway. It's normally found in the city or tangenziale. So 24 is falso. Very good. 25. Le corsie A, B e C, rappresentate in figura, consentono al conducente di andare in tutte le direzioni. 25, it says the lane A, B, and C in the figure allows the driver to go in all directions. And the 25, of course, it is falso. Why? Because the A, the B, and the C, they all have specific direction where they are allowed to go. The A, for example, is only allowed to go to the left. Meanwhile, the B is allowed to turn to the left and also to the right. The C is allowed only to turn to the right. None of them is allowed to go straight. So that is why the 25, the answer is falso. 26. Nell'eseguire la manovra di sorpasso bisogna mantenere strettamente la destra. And the 26 is falso. It says, when overtaking, you must keep or stay strictly to the right side. 26 is absolutely false because, first of all, the overtaking is done on the left side. How are you supposed to do the overtaking on the left side if you stay more close to the right side of the road? So 26 is false. Like the video, join the class with Marwin, the teacher. 27. In caso di infossamento su neve o sabbia. Now, what I want to ask is, in caso di infossamento, is there anyone that remembers the meaning of infossamento? What's the meaning of infossamento? If you know the meaning of infossamento su neve or sabbia, and you are also available, let me know. Let me send the link. As a matter of fact, let me send the link in the comment section. So if you know the meaning, you just press it. Join me here on the screen and just tell me the meaning of the word enforcamento. So I've sent the link. You can press it and join me. Enforcamento. I need the meaning of enforcamento. Let's see if somebody knows it. I'll send the link in the comment section so you can press it and join me here. Just 10 seconds. I'm waiting for you so that we can proceed with the exercise. I'm waiting. Let me see if we can have someone joining to explain the word enforcamento. Okay, 10 seconds more. If nobody joins, it means nobody actually understands it very, very well. Let me see. Enforcamento. So I've sent the link in the comment section. You can press it and join me on the screen and explain the word enforcamento for me. Enforcamento. Okay, looks like there is no one. Okay, then let's proceed. As the question goes on, you see that I will explain the word enforcamento. Okay, enforcamento. Okay, Kweko says heavy snowing. No. Enforcamento is not heavy snowing. Enforcamento is being stuck. Being stuck. Say wakwa koka bibimu. Wakwa koka bibimu. To being stuck into something. Being stuck in the snow. Being stuck in the ice. Okay, having your feet stuck. Okay, I think I have someone here. Let me see. Okay, we have somebody here. Okay. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Dixon, Mr. Dixon.
Yeah,
Mr. Dixon, are you part of the class?
not yet.
Yeah. I hope you are not doing hide and seek.
No, I'm not
Okay,
doing that. Not
Mr.
yet.
Dixon,
I will
explain
soon start.
the word enforcement.
Enforcement is the word enforcement is Halloween, where the whole of the road, like where you can see the snow and the sound, the gallop. Normally, we use it gallop, or where you can see something like obstacles that will prevent you from the road.
Okay. Let me help you here. Enforcement simply means to be stuck into something. To stuck your feet or something into something. That's the meaning of the word enforcamento. So in this case, they are talking about being stuck into what? In the snow, neve, or in the sand, which is the sabia. That's the meaning of the word enforcamento. I hope it is clear.
Yeah.
Okay, well done,
Go.
well done. So join the class. So I don't know what you're waiting
Yeah.
for.
I will
Join the
try. I will try my best.
You just have to
I
join and
will.
then I
So
join it to the
because I need
WhatsApp
it.
group so that you can have access to the full teaching. But what we are watching
Yeah,
here is limited. It's very, very limited. Yeah.
I
And
will.
even after the live, it will be hidden. So you can access it again. So simple. Okay.
I will.
So let me remove you, Mr. Dixon.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Very good. Okay, Mr. Deba, well done. Jenomoye, well done. Love it. Tutorial, well done. Very good. Now, before we proceed, I just feel like asking this question. Is there anyone that would like, would like to do what I am doing someday? Is there anyone that would like to do what I am doing right now, like teaching online, anything at all, teaching online? If you are interested in it, just send me a message after the live, or you can just send me a message on my WhatsApp. I'll help you, take you through the things or how to do it. How to do it. It's very profitable and it's also very nice, helping others and also on the side getting something small. Okay, this is zero. You have to find something to do. Okay, very good. Let's proceed with the teaching. Non riuscendo a partire con la prima marcia, è opportuno innestare una marcia superiore. 27 is vero. It says, if you get stuck in the snow or in the sand and you are unable to start with the first gear, it is advisable to shift into a higher gear. So 27 is vero because when you get stuck in the sand or in the snow, you need more energy to move out of the sand or the snow. So you can use when you use the first gear and it is not moving, then you use the second gear, which will give you more pushing force to get out of the snow or of the sand. So 27 is vero. 28. I rimorchi TATS sono destinati al trasporto di attrezzature che non devono costituire oggetto di commercio, ma essere impiegate solo per il tempo libero. So, on the rimorchi TATS, you remember I've explained it here before. The purpose or what rimorchi TATS can be used for. So now, before answering the question, I want to ask, the rimorchi TATS, can we use it for commercial purposes or for business? Can we use it for that? Yes or no? Let me see who remembers. Rimorchi TATS. Can it be used for business or commercial purposes? Yes or no? Let me see if there's someone who remembers. Everything we are seeing here are things we have done over and over more than 50 times. But because people don't normally pay attention, so they think it's new. Meanwhile, it's the same thing every day, the same thing. So let me see who remembers. Is rimorchi TATS used for businesses or used for commercial purposes? Is it used for commercial purposes? Yes or no? Okay, Mr. Deba says yes. Who else again will agree? I'm waiting for you before we move forward. We are doing this together. Okay, so now I will not even talk much, but the rimorchi TATS is not used for commercial purposes or businesses because it is used only for personal use alone. Only for personal use. Okay, not for commercial purposes. Not for commercial purposes. Remember what I'm saying. Okay, now let's proceed. 28 is vero. It says TATS trailers are intended for the transport of equipment that or which is not intended to be an object of commerce or business, but to be used only for vacation or personal use only. So 28 is vero. The TATS trailers are purposely for personal use and for vacations. They are not being used for businesses. So 28 is vero. 29. Il veicolo S, muovendosi in retromarcia, per immettersi nella circolazione deve suonare ripetutamente il clacson durante la manovra. And the 29, the answer is false, of course. It says the vehicle S, while doing reverse to enter on the road, he or she must sound the horn of the vehicle repeatedly during the maneuver. 29 is false because, first of all, we are not allowed to use the horn frequently, anyway, anyhow, in the city or on the road. So imagine if the vehicle S is supposed to use the horn just because it's doing reverse. So 29 is false. Let's proceed to the last question. Dopo un incidente, se c'è un principio di incendio del veicolo in mancanza di estintore, si può utilizzare una coperta bagnata per spegnere le fiamme. And the 30, the answer is vero. It says, after an accident, if there is a fire in the vehicle, in the absence of fire extinguisher, a wet blanket can be used to put out or to put off the flames. And 30 is vero, of course. Whenever there is no water, you can use a wet blanket to off the flames in the vehicle. So the 30 is vero. Are you learning something? Yes or no? If you are learning something, just write yes, 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 yes in the comment section before we move forward. Fatima, how are you doing? Fatima, how are you doing? Fatima, tutto bene? I hope you are all following the topics gradually. Just write for me in the comment section if you are learning something, right? Yes. Okay, very good. Okay, let's proceed with the next esame ministeriale. Let's move forward. Welcome on Marwin the Teacher YouTube channel, Patente B in English. Question number 1. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia di arrestarsi prima di impegnare l'incrocio. It says this sign alert us to stop before entering the intersection. And the answer is absolutely falso. Why is it falso? Because this sign means dare precedenza, means to give way. So, whenever you see dare precedenza, you are not under obligation to stop, but you are allowed to reduce your speed. And in case the road in which you are about to enter is busy, meaning there are other vehicles circulating on that road, then you have to stop. That is why the answer of the number 1 is falso. Is that clear? Very good. Number 2. Il conducente che intende sorpassare deve accertarsi che la manovra possa compiersi senza costituire intralcio. And the answer is vero. It says, the driver who intends to overtake must ensure that the maneuver can be carried out without creating an obstacle. And the answer is vero. Whenever you intend to do an overtaking, you have to make sure you do not create or become an obstacle for the other vehicles that are circulating on the road. So the 2 is absolutely vero. Make sure you like the video and join the class. Number 3. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di preavviso, di fermarsi e dare precedenza. Number 3, it says this sign is a warning sign to stop and to give way. The answer is vero. Why? Because on top of the sign, we have 320 meters ahead of us. We have to stop. And then we have to also give precedence, which is the give way. So that's why the number 3, the answer is vero. Okay? Very good. Number 4. La distanza minima di sicurezza se si viaggia a 150 km orari deve essere di circa 25 metri. And the answer is absolutely falso. Why is the answer falso? It says the minimum safety distance when traveling at 150 kilometers per hour must be approximately 25 meters. It means the distance you have to keep between the vehicle ahead of you has to be at least 25 meters distance. The answer is absolutely, of course, falso. Why? Because it has to be far away, more than 25 meters distance. Okay. Now, this distance are distance that must be kept in our mind so that we do not mistake. So at 150 kilometers per hour, the distance that we have to keep is 42 meters distance. That is how much it has to be, okay, according to the Italian law. So therefore is falso. Like the video and subscribe. Join the class with Marwin the teacher. 5. Lo specchio retrovisore laterale sinistro falsa la percezione della distanza e della velocità dei veicoli sopraggiungenti. Number 5, the answer is vero. It says the left side back view mirror distorts or fakes the perception of the distance and speed of oncoming vehicles. The answer is vero. Why? Because the left side back view mirror does not give you exactly the perfect distance or the speed at which the vehicle behind you is approaching your vehicle. So that's why the 5 is vero. 6. L'airbag è utile soltanto nei percorsi extraurbani. Can you imagine such a question? The 6 is falso. It says the airbag is only useful on extra-urban routes or extra-urban roads. The answer is falso because the airbag is necessary and it is obligatory on every road. Okay, it is useful on every road. That's why the 6 is falso. Very good. Make sure you like the video and give us a comment. God bless you. 7. Quando l'assicurazione per la responsabilità civile auto è scaduta di validità, è possibile lasciare il veicolo in sosta sulle strade pubbliche. And the 7 is falso. It says, when your car third-party insurance has expired, You can leave your vehicle parked on public road. And the 7 is falso because according to the Italian law, you are not allowed to leave your vehicle parked or stopped on the road, on a public road, when the insurance has expired. So the 7 is absolutely falso. 8. Con la patente di categoria AM si possono condurre i quadricicli non leggeri con potenza fino a 7 kW. And the 8 is falso. It says, with the AM category license, you can drive non-light quadricycle with power up to 7 kilowatts. Now, with the Patente AM, you cannot drive quadricicli non-leggeri, which is non-light. Non-leggeri, you cannot drive those vehicles because the AM is used only to drive exactly only scooter vehicles. Okay? And it drives vehicles with 2 tires or 3 tires maximum, not 4 tires. So the 7 is falso. The 8 is falso. Now, there is something about this question that I didn't explain also in the explanation, which is the AM, if it is driving a quadriciclo, which is a vehicle with 4 tires, it has to be the 4 tire that is not non-leggeri, but it should be leggeri rather. So with the AM, you can drive a vehicle with 4 tires, but it should be what? Leggeri. Leggeri. Do you understand the difference between non-leggeri and leggeri? Now, the leggeri means light. Okay, something that is not heavy. But non-leggeri means heavy. Okay, non-leggeri means it is not light. So if it is not light, it means it is very heavy. That's the difference there. Okay, let's proceed. Very good. Number 9. Il segnale raffigurato significa che bisogna aggirare l'ostacolo a sinistra. And then 9, the answer is falso. It says, this sign shown, it means you must go around the obstacle on the left. The answer is falso because, first of all, there is no obstacle here. And the sign is an obligation telling us we have to turn to the left side. So the 8, the 9 is absolutely falso. Very good. Number 10. Il segnale raffigurato vale anche di giorno. It says this sign works also in the day or during the day. The 10 is vero because the sign is valid 24/7. It does not have an expiring date. So the 10 is vero. 11. Se il parabrezza è coperto dalla polvere, bisogna utilizzare il dispositivo di disappannamento. And 11 is, of course, falso. Why? It says, if the windshield is covered with dust, you must use the defogging device or the heater to clean the windshield. The answer is falso because when the windshield is covered with dust, you actually need water to clean it. and not the heater, which is the dispositivo di disappanamento. Okay, you don't need the dispositivo di disappanamento when there is dust. Polvere means dust. Okay, very good. So the 11, the answer is falso. Very good. 12. La striscia bianca continua di mezzo in figura divide la strada in due carreggiate. Ognuna ha doppio senso. The 12th, the answer is falso because it says the solid white line in the middle of the road divides the road into two lanes, each with two-way traffic, each with double sense of direction. That's what they mean. So the 12th is falso. Now, why is the 12th the answer falso? Because the white line divides the carreggiata, but it divides them into two lanes, not into due carreggiate. Because one carreggiata is composed of at least two lanes. So they cannot tell us that the white line, this white line in the middle, is dividing this road into due carreggiate. So that's why the answer is falso. Because divide la strada in due carreggiate is wrong, but divide la strada in due corsie. If they had said in due corsie, the answer would have been vero. Is that clear? Good. 13. Di notte, nei centri abitati, il veicolo in sosta al margine della carreggiata può essere segnalato con le luci di sosta. And then number 13. So it says, at night in the city, a vehicle parked at the edge of the carriageway can be signaled with parking lights. The 13 is vero. When you park at the edge of the road in the city, you have to signal the vehicle with the parking light on. So the 13 is vero, so that the other vehicles coming from behind can identify a vehicle or the presence of a vehicle on the road by seeing the parking lights on. So 13 is vero. 14. In caso di pioggia occorre aumentare la distanza di sicurezza. And the 14 is vero. It says, in case of rain, it is necessary to increase the safety distance. Now, why is the answer vero? It is vero because when the road is wet, it is easier for the wheels or the tires of the vehicle to slip on the road or on the asphalt. So you need to keep a safety distance, an increased safety distance, so that when your vehicle loses grip from the road, you have enough space to stop the vehicle. So 14 is vero. Very good. 15. Il segnale raffigurato indica la distanza minima di sicurezza tra due autoveicoli in transito su quella strada. And the 15 is absolutely falso. Why? It says This sign indicates the minimum safety distance between two vehicles traveling on that road. It is false because this sign has nothing to do with safety distance, but this sign is telling us the wideness, the maximum wideness of vehicles that are allowed to transit on that specific road. So if the vehicle is wider than 2.30 meters, it cannot transit on that road. And normally this sign is located under a bridge or a tunnel. Okay, so the 15 is falso. Very good. 16. In caso di incidente stradale, la prima cosa che deve fare il soccorritore è identificare l'infortunato, chiedendogli nome e cognome. 16 is false, of course. It says, in the event of a road accident, the first thing the rescuer must do is identifying the injured person, asking for his name and surname. No, if the person is injured, you have to first check if the person, where the person is hurt in the first place, and if the person can still move, and then get the person out of the road. So you don't go asking people their name when they are injured. Okay, so 16 is falso. 17. Le macchine operatrici semoventi possono trasportare fino a 4 passeggeri. 17 is false, of course. It says self-propelled machines can carry up 4 passengers. 17 is falso because macchine operatrici, some can carry 2 and some can carry 1 person. Okay, so the 17, the answer is falso because the question says they can carry up to 4 passengers, and the answer is absolutely falso. What are macchine operatrici? Macchine operatrici, we are talking about machines that cleanses the road, machines like tractor, okay, machines that are being used to make holes, okay, on the road. So that's what we call macchine operatrici. So they are being used to do works on the road. So 17 is falso. 18. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che stiamo percorrendo un tratto di strada che può allagarsi in caso di forte pioggia. 18 is absolutely vero. It says this supplementary panel shown indicates that we are traveling along a road that may flood in the event of heavy rain. 18 is vero. This sign tells us this road easily gets flooded when there is heavy rain. That's the meaning of the sign. So 18 is absolutely vero. 19. In caso di arresto prolungato in galleria per la formazione di una fila di veicoli è dannoso per la salute azionare il comando del riciclo dell'aria all'interno del veicolo. And the 19, the answer is falso. Why? It says, in the event of a prolonged stop in a tunnel, due to the formation of traffic of vehicles, it is harmful for your health for you to activate the air condition in the vehicle. 19 is false because when you on the air condition, it does not have any negative effect on your health. Okay? So the 19 is false for that reason. Very good. Number 20. Now, for you to have more insight of all the topics, make sure you join the class with Marwin, the teacher. Okay? Number 20, it says, il pannello raffigurato indica i chilometri da fare per poter tornare indietro. And the 20 is falso. It says this sign indicates the kilometers to be done in order to go back. 20 is falso because the sign tornante, it only represents the number of curves or danger ahead of us. So the number of curves, this one is the number 1. So it has nothing to do with kilometers for us to go. It is just the curve ahead of us. So this is the curve number 1. So the 20 is falso. 21. Fuori dei centri abitati di notte, quando mancano o sono insufficienti le luci posteriori di posizione o di emergenza, è obbligatorio presegnalare il veicolo fermo sulla carreggiata con il segnale triangolare mobile di pericolo. 21. The answer is vero, of course. It says, outside the city at night, when the back position or emergency light are missing or insufficient, it is mandatory to pre-signal the vehicle stop on the carriageway with a mobile triangular danger signal. The answer is vero. When the lights are insufficient, it is mandatory for us to show the presence of the vehicle with the mobile triangular danger sign behind the vehicle, of course. So, con il segnale triangolare mobile di pericolo has to be positioned at the back of the vehicle. So, 21 is vero. 22. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è vietata l'inversione di marcia. 22 is vero. It says, in the presence of this sign, reversing is prohibited. The answer is vero. You cannot do reverse on a bumping, that is the dorso. Why? Because according to the law, you are not capable of seeing behind you. And by doing reverse on a bumping, it is very, very easy to cause an accident because the visibility is being limited when you are on a bumping. So 22 is vero. You are not allowed to do reverse. Very good. 23. Il segnale raffigurato si trova all'ingresso di un'autostrada. 23. The answer is absolutely falso. It says this sign is located at the entrance to the motorway. 23 is falso because this sign is located in the city. Okay, or close to the city. And the direction we can find on this sign is when we go to the left, we are heading towards the motorway for Roma and L'Aquila. Then when we proceed straight, we are going to the center of the city, Avezzano. And then we'll go to another city called Pescara. So the sign is not on the motorway or is not at the entrance of the autostrada. So 23 is falso. 24. Dovendo attraversare l'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo C transita dopo il veicolo E. 24 is absolutely vero. It says, having to cross this intersection, vehicle C passes after vehicle E. So in this intersection, first of all, the answer is zero because the first vehicle crossing will be the yellow, which is the E. So the E crosses first because the right side is free. Secondly, the red will cross, which is the C, because the right side is free. And then the last vehicle crossing will be the M, which is the blue car. So 24 is absolutely zero. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's proceed. Il vigile disposto con le braccia ad angolo retto, come in figura, consente di svoltare a destra ai veicoli che arrivano dalla sua destra. Now, 25, the answer is false, of course. It says, the traffic or the policeman positioned with his arms at a right angle, as it is in the figure, allows vehicles approaching from his right to turn to the right side. 25 is false. So why? When the vigil is positioned in the angle way, it signifies red of the traffic light for the vehicles that are coming from the right side of the vigil. Red of the traffic light for the vehicles that are coming in front of the vigil. The vehicles that are coming from behind the vigil is also red. The only direction which it is green of the traffic light, it is the left hand of the vigil. So every vehicle coming from the left side of the vigil is allowed to go to every other direction. So that makes the 25 answer false. Very good. Number 26. Il limite massimo di velocità dei quadricicli fuori dai centri abitati è di 70 km orari. Number 26, of course, the answer is false. It says the maximum speed limit for quadricycles outside the city, it is 70 kilometers per hour. The answer is false because quadricycli, their high speed limit outside of the city is not 70, but it is 90 kilometers per hour. Okay, it is 90 km orari and not 70. So 26 is absolutely false. Very good. 27. Nella situazione rappresentata in figura, i veicoli transitano nell'ordine T, G, P, B. 27, the answer is of course vero. It says, in the situation shown, the vehicle will pass in this order, T, G, P, B. The answer is vero because whenever you see an intersection with the tram crosses first. So the tram, which is the T, will go first. Then we realize that the blue and the black, they have direct precedence in front. So the blue and the black must wait for the red to cross, which is the G. So the red will be the second vehicle. The third vehicle crossing will be the black because the right side of the black is free now. Then the last one crossing will be the blue, which is the B. So that is why 27 is vero. 28. Il segnale raffigurato segnala che nelle ore indicate vige il divieto di sosta per i veicoli rappresentati in figura. 28, of course, the answer is falso. It says this sign indicates that during the hours indicated, there is no parking. There is no parking ban or parking prohibition for the vehicles shown in the figure. Now, the answer is falso. Why is the answer falso? It is falso because the prohibition, it is not for the vehicles that are designed in the sign, but the prohibition goes for the vehicles that intend to park on this road. So, you know that when you understand the full meaning of the sign itself. Now, what is the sign of the question number 28? What is the sign telling us? The sign simply means prohibition of parking on Monday up to Friday from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Why are they saying we cannot park there? This is the reason why. Because they are cleaning the road. The machine which sweeps the road would be at work at that specific time. And that is what makes the 28 the answer. Falso. Very good. Thank you for watching. Let's proceed to the number 29. Prima di iniziare a guidare un autoveicolo è opportuno regolare il sedile e il poggiatesta secondo la propria statura. 29, the answer is vero. It says before starting to drive a vehicle, it is advisable to adjust the seat and head rest according to your height. The answer is vero. Before you start driving, you have to adjust the seat of the vehicle and the headrest according to your height so that you can see well on the road and be comfortable while driving. So 29 is absolutely vero, okay? Very good. I believe you are all learning something. Allora, let's proceed to the number 30. Very good. Let's proceed to the last question of this scheda. Number 30. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una salita ripida. And the 30 is falso. It says this sign warns us of a climbing road. The answer is falso. Why? Because this sign simply means other danger, altri pericoli. Okay? And the other danger sign simply means there could be many and different types of dangers on the road. So the 30 is falso. Now, is there anyone that can tell me whether this sign is part of segnale di prescrizione? Or as a matter of fact, is this sign part of segnale di prescrizione? If it is yes, then write yes in the comment section. If it is no, then write no in the comment section. Let's see if you remember whether this sign is part of segnale di prescrizione, yes or no. I'm waiting for you before we move forward. Okay, so Fatima says no. Lovett says no. Well done. It is no, because segnale di prescrizione, it is obbligo, divieto, and precedenza. So pericolo is not part of prescrizione. Well done. Let's proceed with the next scheda. Welcome on Patente B in English. Marwin the teacher. Like the video and subscribe. This is the scheda ministeriale number 3. Let's begin the studies. Sui veicoli è consentito il trasporto di un animale domestico, comunque in condizioni da non costituire impedimento o pericolo per la guida. Number 1 is vero. It says the transport of one pet is permitted on vehicles provided that in condition that the animal does not cause impediment or danger to the driving. So the answer is vero. As long as the animals that are being transported in the vehicles are kept in a safe way that they will not disturb the driver, then it is allowed to transport pets in vehicles. So the answer is vero. Very good. 2. I pannelli raffigurati, se con 2 barre, indicano un attraversamento ferroviario con 2 soli binari. Number 2, the answer is falso. It says the panel shown, if with 2 bars, indicate a railway crossing with only 2 train tracks. And the answer is falso because these panels, they only represent the distance that remaineth for us to get to the crossing of the train line. So the answer is falso. 3. Il segnale raffigurato è un preavviso di obbligo di svoltare a destra. Number 3, the answer is vero. Why? It says this sign is a warning sign. It is warning us or alerting us of the obligation to turn to the right side. The answer is vero because it is alerting us to turn to the right side. So the 3 is vero. Very good. 4. Please like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Il segnale raffigurato è utilizzato di norma nei incroci di particolare pericolosità. Number 4 is vero. Why? It says this sign is normally used at a dangerous intersection. The answer is vero. Why? Because whenever you see the sign stop, it is always being positioned at a dangerous intersection. Now, a dangerous intersection, it is an intersection whereby you do not see well the left or the right side of the road. That is where this sign is positioned. So the 4 is vero. Very good. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's proceed. Number 5. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo R impegna l'incrocio e si ferma al centro di esso. Number 5, the answer is falso. Why? Because the question says, according to the rules of precedence of intersection, Shown in this figure, the vehicle R enters the intersection and stops at the center of it. So the 5 is false because in this intersection, there is only one vehicle that will come and stand in the middle, which is the black, the B. So why would the B stand in the middle? It is because on the right side, it has the red. So the black will not be able to cross. So the B will be standing in the middle for the R to cross. After the R is gone, the red can go, and also the D, which is the blue, can cross. And the last vehicle finished crossing the intersection will be the B, which is the black car. So the reason why the answer is false is because the car that will be standing in the middle is the B and not the R. That is why the 5 is false. 6. Se un'autovettura è munita di airbag, è possibile trasportare bambini sul sedile anteriore assicurati ad idoneo seggiolino solo se il veicolo è dotato di comando per disattivare l'airbag stesso. Number 6 is vero. It says, if a car is equipped with an airbag, it is possible to transport children in the front seat secured in a suitable child seat only if the vehicle is equipped with a control to deactivate the airbag itself. So the 6 is vero. If the vehicle does have a switch to control the activation of the airbag itself, then the child can sit on the front seat. So the 6 is vero. 7. Il pannello integrativo rappresentato in figura B indica in quali ore si può circolare e fare affari spenti. 7 is falso. Why? The question says this supplementary panel shown in the figure B indicate the hours during which you can drive with the dim light off. It is falso, okay? Because the time that we see on the drawing B or the drawing A, it does not represent the time at which you must circulate with your light off. So the 7 is falso. 8. L'intersezione a livelli sfalsati è un incrocio a raso fra una strada e i binari del treno. Number 8 is falso. It says a grade separated intersection is an intersection between a road and a train track. The 8 is falso. Absolutely falso, because the crossing intersezione a livelli sfalsati, which is intersection which is based on different levels, it is not an intersection between the train line and the ordinary road. So that is why the 8 is falso, because intersezione a livelli sfalsati, just as we studied in the theory, it is an intersection whereby the road, different roads are passing one upon one on each other. Okay, so that's why the 8, the answer is false. Number 9. Per diminuire l'inquinamento dell'aria provocato dai veicoli, bisogna ridurre la pressione di gonfiaggio dei pneumatici. Number 9, the answer is falso. It says to reduce air pollution caused by vehicles, it is necessary to reduce the inflation pressure of the tires. The 9 is falso because the air pollution has nothing to do with the pressure in the tires. So the 9 is falso. 10. Uscendo con un veicolo da una proprietà privata è obbligatorio suonare il clacson. And the 10 is of course falso. Why? It says when leaving a vehicle on a private property, it is mandatory to sound the horn of your vehicle. The answer is falso. If you are leaving a private property with your vehicle, there's no need to sound the horn. Okay, it will just be making noise in the city. So that's why the 10 is falso. Very good. 11. Il segnale raffigurato consente la sosta ai veicoli al servizio di persone invalide munite dell'apposito contrassegno. And 11 is vero. It says this sign allows parking for vehicles serving disabled people with the appropriate permit. 11 is vero. If you are serving disabled people, you are allowed to park on this specific parking spot. But other vehicles that are not part of disabled vehicles or people transporting disabled people or people transporting disabled people will not be able to park on this parking spot. So the prohibition of parking goes for every other vehicle except for disabled people. So the 11 is vero. Very good. 12. L'elemento in figura è posto su un tratto di strada su cui è vietata la sosta. And the 12, the answer is absolutely falso. It says the element in the figure is placed on a road where parking is prohibited. The answer is falso. Why? The sign we're watching represents artificial bumping. Now, on the artificial bumping, we are not allowed to park. But on the road where the bumping is located, we are allowed to park. That is why the 12 is falso. Okay? 13. Il limite massimo di velocità sulle autostrade è di 80 km orari per le autovetture con rimorchio. Number 13 is vero. It says the maximum speed limit on motorways is 80 kilometers per hour for cars with trailers. The answer is vero. According to the law, cars with trailers, the high speed limit on the motorway is 80 kilometers per hour. So the 13 is vero. Very good. Please like the video. 14. In un veicolo a motore, gli ammortizzatori scarichi provocano una diminuzione del comfort di marcia dei passeggeri. And the 14, the answer is vero. It says In a motor vehicle or in an engine vehicle, the faulty shock absorbers cause a decrease in the ride comfort of the passengers. So the 14 is zero, because when the shock absorbers are faulty or they are not working well, it reduces the comfort of the passengers in the car. So 14 is zero. Very good. Now, with the number 15, I'm sending the link in the comment section. If you are available, if you know you're available, just press the link I've posted in the comment section and join me here on the screen, and let's answer from the 15 to the number 30 together. Let me see who is available. If you're available, just press the link. Either Madam Lovett, Fatima, anyone, Saida, Mr. Deba, anyone available. Anyone available. Kweku Osei, anyone available. Jane Omoye, press the link and join me here so that we can answer the remaining questions together from the 15 to the 30. Let me see if we can get one person available. Is there anyone available? Let me see if there's anyone available. Or you are all busy. Okay, I'm waiting for let me say 30 seconds more. If no one is joining, then we are going to continue up to the number 30, then we are ending the live stream. Okay, Madam Lovett is here. So, Madam Lovett.
Yes, bros.
Okay, so you're going to answer, good morning. You're going to answer from the 15 to the 30, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's see how you're going to break it down. Okay, let's go.
Me, I cannot break it down.
You will just answer, okay? Don't worry.
Okay, bros.
Okay, so let's go. 15. Il segnale raffigurato si trova solo su strade a doppio senso di circolazione. So what is the answer?
Falso.
Are you sure?
Yes, bros.
Okay. And number 15 is falso. Why? It says this sign is found only on a double direction road. The answer is falso. Why? Because it is also located on a one-way direction road. Very good. Number 16. In presenza del segnale raffigurato non occorrono particolari cautele perché sia la precedenza. So what's the answer?
Falso.
Are you sure?
Yes, bros. Falso.
Okay. 16 is falso. It says, in the presence of this sign, there is no need for you to take precautions because you have priority. 16 is falso because even though you have priority, according to the law, you have to always be careful in an intersection. So 16, that is why the answer is falso. 17. Conducente deve commisurare la distanza di sicurezza anche in base alla propria prontezza di riflessi. So what's the answer?
Falso.
Are you sure it is falso?
Sì, falso.
Okay. 17 is vero. It says the driver must always measure the safety distance based on his own reflexes. 17 is vero, of course. The safety distance is based on your reflexes, because if you are active, you'll be able to start using the brake on time. And in that case, the distance between you and the vehicle ahead would be longer because your reflexes are very quick. So 17 is vero. So do you understand now, Madam Lovett?
Okay.
Yeah, Madam Lovett, do you
Yes,
understand?
bros.
Okay, very good. Make sure you
Yes,
like the
yes,
video.
bros.
18. Nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo A non deve dare la precedenza ad alcun veicolo. So the 18, the answer is
Vero.
are you sure it is vero?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you, which vehicle will cross first?
The blue will go first, while the red second, the yellow third.
Okay, very good. And then number 18 is, of course, vero. It says, at this intersection shown in the figure, vehicle A must not give way to any other vehicle. 18 is vero, because in this intersection, the A, which is the blue car, is the first vehicle crossing the intersection. So the 18 is vero. Very good, guys. 19. Il segnale raffigurato indica le corsie disponibili per la circolazione. So the answer is
Bros, vero.
are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. And then number 19 is absolutely vero. It says this sign indicates the lane available for traffic or for circulation. 19 is vero, because on this sign we can see clearly that the left lane is closed. So remaineth only the middle lane and the right lane. So the 19, the answer is absolutely vero. 20. Il rispetto delle norme di circolazione è importante per gli utenti deboli, ma non per i conducenti di autoveicoli. And of course, the 20 is falso, because it says respecting traffic regulations is important for vulnerable drivers, but not for drivers of engine vehicles. The 20 is false, because the respecting of the traffic regulations is important for every vehicle or everyone on the road, even for the pedestrians. Okay, so the 20 is false. So, Madam Lovett, have you understood why this one, the 20, also is false?
No.
You didn't understand?
No, because my network is not good. It's season.
Okay.
There's something.
Okay. It says the answer is false because it says, according to the circulation, the law of circulation,
Okay.
the people with utenti deboli, that is disabled people, okay, they are not an obligation to obey the laws or the rules on the road. So the answer is false, because the rules on the road are for all drivers, everyone. Okay. Now, when it says utenti deboli, we are also talking about vehicles like bicycles or smaller cars. So every vehicle must, or every driver of any vehicle must obey the rules on the road concerning circulation. It is not for only specific vehicles, but for all vehicles. Do you understand?
Yes, bros. Thank you
Okay,
for that.
very good. 21. La fermata è vietata nelle gallerie, salvo diversa segnalazione. So 21, what is the answer?
Vero.
Are you sure?
Yes, vero.
Okay. The 21 is absolutely vero. It says, stopping is prohibited in tunnels unless otherwise indicated. The reason why the 21 is vero, because tunnel has a very limited wideness of space. Okay. And also, illumination in tunnel is limited. Okay. So you are not allowed to stop in tunnel. So the 21 is vero.
Okay.
Very good. 22. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è consentito il transito di veicoli sgombraneve. 22 is vero. It says, in the presence of this sign, the transit of snow-plow vehicles is permitted. 22 is vero. In the presence of this sign, the vehicle that plows the snow is allowed to transit on this road, because the prohibition goes specifically for tractors or agriculture vehicles. So 22, that is why the answer is vero. Have you understood why the 22 is vero?
Yes, bros.
Okay, now you're going to answer the 23.
Yes.
23. La posizione del vigile con il braccio alzato come in figura equivale alla luce rossa del semaforo. So what's the answer of the 23?
Falso.
Okay, if you say falso, then you must know why you are saying falso. So why is it falso? It's very simple.
Questa è giallo.
Very good, because this one is yellow. It's giallo, exactly. So that's why 23 is false. So excellent. So you see, it's not so complicated to say why it is vero or false. You just have to point out the word in the question that makes it false. Okay? Siamo?
Okay.
Very good.
See?
And then number 23 is, of course, falso. Why? It says the position of the policeman with his arms raised, as in the figure, is equivalent to the red light. The answer is false, because whenever the vigilant lifts the right arm up in this manner, It simply represents the yellow of the traffic light for the vehicles that are standing in front and behind of the vigilante. So 23, that is why the answer is falso. 24. Now 24 is like a poem, so you have to watch it and listen carefully.
Okay.
If not, you will not understand. So let's go. Il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare ha l'obbligo di tenersi il più possibile vicino al margine destro su strade ad unica corsia per senso di marcia. So what is the answer? I know you know.
Bros, come again. Read it again for me.
Il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare ha l'obbligo di tenersi il più possibile vicino al margine destro su strade ad unica corsia per senso di marcia.
Vero.
Are you sure?
Yes, vero.
My own is just a question. Okay, you say yes. Okay. 24 is absolutely vero. Why? It says the driver of the vehicle to be overtaken must stay as much as possible on the right edge of the road, okay, in the direction that he's going. So the 24 is vero. Why? It is vero because so that the vehicle that intend to do the overtaking has enough space to make the overtaking in safety. So 24 is vero. Very good. 25. Con la patente di categoria A1 si possono condurre i motocicli con o senza carrozzetta di cilindrata fino a 125 cm3, potenza non superiore a 11 kW e rapporto potenza-peso non superiore a 0.1 kW per kilogrammo. So this question, what is the answer?
Vero.
Are you sure?
Vero.
So the 25, the answer is vero, because it says with the category A1 license, you can drive motorcycles with or without sidecar or covering, with a cylinder capacity up to 125 cm3, power not exceeding 11 kilowatt, and a power weight ratio not exceeding 0.1 kilowatt per kilogram. So the answer is vero, because with the A1, you can drive a vehicle, a motorbike cylinder capacity up to 125 cm3. So 25 is vero. Like the video. If the video has been a blessing to you, leave us a good comment and share it to a brother. 26. In presenza del segnale raffigurato è necessario tenere saldamente il volante per controllare possibili sbandamenti. 26 is vero. So, do you agree that the 26 is vero, Madam Lovett?
Vero.
Do you agree that it is vero?
Yes, bros. It's vero. I agree.
Okay. It says, in the presence of this sign, it is necessary to hold the steering wheel firmly to control possible shaking of the vehicle. The answer is vero, because this is the sign representing a road with potholes. So, on a road with potholes, normally the vehicle will shake. So, you have to hold well the steer. Okay, so 26 is vero. 27. L'assunzione di alcol rende meno sicura la guida perché può modificare pericolosamente la capacità di concentrazione e attenzione. So 27, Madam Lovett, what is the answer?
Vero.
Are you sure?
Yes, vero.
So 27 is vero. It says, drinking alcohol makes driving less safe because it can dangerously change your ability to concentrate and to pay attention. So the 27 is absolutely vero. Do not drive when you have taken in alcohol because it can make you lose concentration and attention on the road. So 27 is vero. 28. Il simbolo raffigurato è posto sul comando di accensione dei proiettori annabbaglianti. 28 is vero. It says the symbol shown is located on the dim light switch. So 28 is vero. This sign represents the dim light of the vehicle. So 28 is vero. Very. Now, Madam Lovett, I want to ask you, do you remember the color or the spear of this light in the dashboard? Do you remember?
Yes.
Which color is it?
Verde.
Yeah, well done. Of course, it is verde, which is green. Very good. Number 29. Il segnale raffigurato è un segnale di obbligo. So, what is the answer of the 29?
Vero.
Okay, well done. Of course, it is vero. Vero. It says this is a sign of obligation. And the answer is absolutely vero. Okay. 30, which is the last question. So make sure you like the video and subscribe and study with Marwin the teacher. Let's proceed. It says, in presenza di tratti di strada ghiacciati è opportuno innestare la doppia trazione se il veicolo ne è provvisto. And then number 30. So what is the answer of the 30?
Vero.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. The answer is, of course, vero. It says, in the presence of an icy road or a road with snow or ice block, it is advisable to engage the four-wheel drive if the vehicle is equipped with it. So the 30 is vero. If your vehicle has the double traction, then you have to insert it or use it when you are circulating on the road full of ice. So the 30 is vero. Thank you. Okay, so well done. Madam Lovett, that is good. That is good. Have you finished going through the vocabularies?
Yes. Yes, bros.
Are you sure? Because your answer does not look like you are sure.
No, yes. Yes.
Okay,
I'm through
so
with it.
if I should test you now on the vocabularies, you get all correct.
Hey, I don't have them in my brain.
I don't catch you. I don't catch you.
But maybe I don't have them there.
You know, those words are very important. You have to learn it well, Yeah. Patente, you have to learn it with patience.
I
Patience.
know.
Piano,
I
piano.
know.
Step by step. When you rush, you will fail. It's piano, piano. Piano, piano. Failing is a word, nobody wants to hear it, but there are conditions on that word in order not to go through failure. Yeah, the condition is to learn. That's all.
Yes, that one is truth.
Just to learn. Simple. Okay, well done everyone for joining. I believe you have all learned something. This is just the ESAME Ministeriale, okay? Those of you who before, I was asking a question, if you are in the group or in any way you want to do exactly what I am also doing, which is teaching, have access to the studies, to the live streaming, knowing how to do it, just get in touch with Marwin the teacher, and I'll show you how to do it. God bless you all for joining. Keep learning the vocabularies, the theory of every topic, and then the quiz with explanation. Those of you who are playing hide and seek, it will not help you. It will not help you. Madam Lovett, do you agree with them doing hide and seek?
No, that one is not good. Though. They should
Uh,
try and come at learning
they
make
better
perfect.
come and join. Yeah, better come and join
Yes,
them. Then.
now. Even if,
Okay.
even if they fail it, you will still correct them. So they will learn.
Oh yeah, of course. Because some people don't want to join because they don't want to pay kudi. Kudi. Yeah, some people don't want to
Money now.
pay kudi. Yeah, so you have to join and learn seriously.
But if you still go to school, if you still go to the Italian class, if you go to Italian class, you will still pay. So is it not
You
better
still pay
those
now.
that
That's
explain
what I'm
it with
saying. You
English and
still
the
pay.
Italian? Because when you go to
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Exactly. You still pay.
You will pay. Oh.
Because there are people who go and write the exam like 4 times and fail. Just because they don't want to join.
Yes, now.
That's why it's a waste of money. Because every exams you write, you pay it. I think it's 80 euro or something. It's a lot of money. It's
You
a
will
lot of
pay.
money.
You, you,
Anyway, God bless you all for joining. If God permits, this evening we are meeting online. I'll send the time in the group. So make sure everyone you join on time. Learn something.
okay.
Learn something. God bless you. Ciao, ciao, ciao.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, bros. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Ciao, ciao.